have more of those. I have to go grocery shopping. Dang, those are good. Oh, let's see what YouTube during the day is like. Is it popping or is it popping? YouTube during the day. This is my first time I've done a live during the day all year. Is it popping or is it popping? I think we're about to eat some pineapple. That sounds about right. Let's see who all up in here. We got 8 people up in here. Hey y'all. How y'all doing? Thank you. Hey, let's give it up for the hair. Let's give it up for the hair, honey. My Yoda t-shirt. And my hair. Here we go. Braless. How y'all doing today? Happy full moon. Happy full moon, everybody. Ow, shoot. Yeah, I'm feeling this. I'm about to eat some pineapple. Yeah. I can taste it already. Nice and right. Where y'all popping in from? Why it's so serious here? Who being serious? Hello, hello. I knew I should have ate this pineapple when I got it. I'm gonna have to juice this boy. Cause this is done. God dang. I should have ate it right then and there. Let me taste it. Fine. That part is fine. I gotta eat this today though. Where y'all coming in from? Zolene and Baby and Belly in Houston, period. ATL, where you at? Y'all know I live here. Everybody on it, everybody who follows on my YouTube, if you live in ATL, you're based in ATL, you're near ATL, you really need to join my Patreon. Like, because I'm going to be doing experiences. And that doesn't mean that people in other states and cities should not join. It just means that it's more accept the events and the experiences and the spaces that I'm creating are going to be more accessible to Atlanta. Brown sugar, you need to join. It's $11.11, okay? Thank you for asking. Thank you so much. I'm well. I'm present and I'm well. I'm over here getting some nourishment with some pineapple. And I wanted to, it's my birthmark. People are teasing. Do you walk up to people like when you go into the grocery store and just be like, hey, what happened to your eye? Or why you look like that? Why you got that shirt? Do you do that? Wait, this internet has really got our social skills effed up. Cause girl, you do? What sign are you, Tizan? You crazy. I used to tell people my man hit me. But see, it's my birthmark. It looks like a butterfly. I've been marked. Your water sign. I wanted to come on here. I won't be here before you long because I'm going to a space in nature to see if it's going to be the space that I do my experience on the 20th. Okay, let me go sit down. That feels better. I have not done my full moon devotion yet. I'll more than likely do it today. But I did want to pop in here to see what the Sunday How you know about, did I just mention the experience on the 20th? Did I just mention that? I'm actually confirming the details for that today. Okay. There's exciting things happening here in Atlanta. My intention is to saturate this place with affirmation music to where there will be nowhere in Atlanta you can't escape it. That is my intention. It is time for us to talk to ourselves better, skillfully, so we can talk to each other skillfully, so we can enjoy the sweet spot that is in this whole entire beautiful shit show called life. What is the sweet spot? Connection, intimacy, eating food together, dancing together, Sunday dinners together. You see what I'm saying? I close my eyes to focus what my articulation, to focus my articulation and focus my thought. You see how I just close my eyes? It's not something I just intentionally do. It just happens when I'm trying to, okay? So I am not high and I am not sleeping. Time for us to talk to ourselves better. Yes. So with that being said, I'm creating more affirmation experiences for us to be able to do that. So I want everybody here in Atlanta, Georgia, or surrounding area to join my Patreon. So you guys are, and if you don't join my Patreon, join my subscription list. I am TonijonesW.com. All the information is the link in my bio. Golly, can somebody be a moderator on here? My birthmark be getting so much attention. I swear my birthmark is famous, child. You have beautiful hair like Beyonce. Thank you. I love Beyonce. Yeah, whoever wants to be moderator, please get rid of those earrings. They are way too big and bad for the brain because too much pressure and weight on arteries there. Child, listen. You know, one thing I learned in part of being in the Christian church is purity culture. If we saw what was on our skin, if we saw what was in our water and in our air, in our couches, on our pillowcases, in our mouth, if we could see microscopically what it would freak us out. So understand everything from these earrings, from the skin, from the bacteria in our belly button, from the food that we eat, from the money that we touch, the cell phones we use, the air that we breathe in. Everything has the shadow side of it. Purity culture is so toxic to preach as a gospel. It's so toxic from whether we're talking about it when it comes to food, whether we're talking about it when it comes to relationships, whether we're talking about purity culture when it comes to lifestyle and everything. Whatever you do, do it for you. Okay? It is not a universal gospel for everybody. I am going to wear my earrings. Hey, hey, do what you do. I said that because someone said in a comment about that, I appreciate your genuine intent to inform me of what is healthy for me. However, I have been doing really, really, really well by navigating what is best for me, okay? Child, I'm gonna have to remove you because you talking wild. We took her out the chat. Poor Hajaj. May whoever that is be seen in the way that they want to be seen, so they can enjoy their life. But I wanted to tap in here with you all about this full moon and what's coming up inside of me organically. Okay, I have not done my devotion yet, so I'm not going by the similar format you all are used to me doing. During my full moon meditations. Maybe I'll do it tomorrow night, maybe later tonight. I do have someone coming over tonight, so we'll be creating some music together. They bring their stereos and all that stuff. So if he confirms he's really doing it, because he be 50-50. I'm gonna go live in my Patreon or on my YouTube. I haven't decided, but you guys I would love for you all to experience like my creative process in creating music. Okay, more than likely I'll be doing it inside of my Patreon through YouTube. Trying to find my way out of problem. I'm joining a part. Yes, Zion. Wow. First of all, shout out to you for your vulnerability. Definitely join my Patreon today so we can start DMing each other, okay? Let me just say this. My intention for my Patreon is a space to connect with you personally, not for us to be besties, okay? Not for me to be in a position of savior, but to connect us through this portal that we're all connected with people who have been impacted by affirmation music, who want to connect with community, with people who are interested in growth and expansion. And then I can connect you to resources. I can connect you to the communities that I am involved with. I'm telling y'all, I'm so confident about how I'm expressing myself, about how I'm showing up, because I know it's not about me. You know how we shrink ourselves because it's like, I don't want to feel like I'm being too much or I'm being egotistical, or I know for a fact that it's not about me. So I'm that much more like yelling from the rooftops. Trust and believe this is about us. This is about us. This is about God, the God within, the God in the earth, the God in our timeline right now that wants to express fully through us, through our evolution, through our transformation, through our healing, through our expression, through our gifts, through our talents, through our love life, through our heart, through our deliverance. You see what I'm saying? So when I say join my Patreon, when I say get close to me, it's because I know what I am close to. Clock it. And so what's coming up for me, I'm from Detroit, David. So when I what's coming up for me during this full moon right now, everything that I have been working on, tending to for my entire life, I can feel the aliveness of what that has done in the unseen world more vivid in me. What do I mean by that? I feel the spiritual work alive, more alive in me now. I have let go so much. I've let go of relationships. I've let go of habits. I let go of attachments. I've let go so much. You guys have no idea how affirmation music has changed my entire life. It has changed my life inside out, hands down. And it has caused a surrendering, assurance, and acceptance within me to the great I am. And there has been times where I have felt like I have to do these practical, realistic things to take care of my life. And Spirit has called me to play and rest and go out in nature. There has been times where I felt like I wanted to go into the spirituality of all the practices for my life, and Spirit has called me to organize my finances, clean out my refrigerator, clean out my car. My practice has been such a contrast that I can't really organize it in a way as though it's a formula that can work for you too. That's why I know this journey has so much to do with your customized, your individual experience of who you are and why you're here and what that means to you. Because I've been the life coach, I've been the mentor, I've been the teacher, I've been the message giver. But now it's time for me to be a human that tells my story about how the divine has worked through me. That's all I'm doing. My humanity is my power. My humanity is my message. And so through my journey, I'm at a point now that it's time for the message to be famous. It's time for the good news to be expressed in the loudest of ways from a quiet place. And that's how I feel right now. This full moon has me tending. You know what? I'm actually going to get my book, because even though I didn't do my devotional, I definitely wrote down some things from that Spirit gave me the other day for myself. But I want you guys to be clear, like, what I share with you comes from my own personal experience. I have allowed Spirit to reduce spiritual elitism out of me, out of my language. So instead of saying, you guys need to, I say, this is what I'm working on. Instead of saying, y'all should, it's like, this is what I've done. This is what I've practiced. You know what I mean? Can I get a moderator, y'all? The power of testimony. What did I write down the other day? I won't share everything, but I wrote 5 things. Maybe I will, I don't know. I gotta just see where my edge is. But I sat there with myself. This is what this full moon brought up for me this weekend. I sat with myself and I said, Tony, let's get honest. Hold on, y'all. Put some people on. Let's get honest. How does your life need you? Let's be real. How does your life desire you? Let's get honest. Let's get sincere. Is it anything that you have been avoiding, Tony? Where are you discomfort? Like, where are you? Mm, no, I didn't want to do that. Hold on. Let me remove 20. Um, it's like, how can I? And this was before I went to bed, and I wrote this down. And I was just like being in communion, like intimate communion with myself. Like, how are you feeling right now? You feel good? Okay, how can we deepen into what is true for you? You know what I mean? And so one of the things was financial stewardship. Financial stewardship, the wisdom of financial stewardship, the love affair of financial stewardship. It's like I have done some practical things, but how the money that I have, how can I show myself how much I love myself through financial stewardship? How can I reframe the way my brain has perceived financial stewardship? How can I make this a part of my love life? Thank you, Samantha. That was what came true for me during this full moon. It's already been simmering, but it's what has come true for me. It's like if I was a lover with my relationship with financial stewardship, how would I go about it? Okay? The other piece that came up for me was temple nourishment and devotion. How am I taking care of my temple? Where am I feeling aches and pains in my temple? How do I feel about her? How am I nourishing her? How am I in devotion with her? And this wasn't about getting into performance or finding a formula. Was all about getting present and honest with myself. Okay? And be like just being present and honest, like just being aware, because the awareness is half that's the power right there. Being aware of what is truly happening with you and how you sincerely feel about it. The rhythm of my engagement with community. That was the other piece that came up, my rhythm. I have YouTube, I have Instagram, I have Patreon, I have my email list, I have Spotify. I have an audience in so many different channels. Where is my rhythm for that engagement with these communities? Where's my edge at? Do I feel like it's a job? Do I feel like it's work? Do I feel like it's hard? You know, am I approaching it in a masculine way, a feminine way, a balanced way? Am I being irresponsible? Like, where is my rhythm of engagement with the audience that this gift has called in? That God is reaching through me to get to? You know, can I trust myself to being in devotion with this community in integral ways without the ego tapping in, creating all these stories? The other piece that was brought up when I was getting intimate in my communion with myself was enjoyment, clarity, and activate. My relationship with enjoyment, my it's just how am I in that? How am I in that? My dance of enjoyment, my dance with clarity, my dance with activation, actions. Because I know we're going through a collective period of unlearning capitalism, colonialism, workaholism, overproducing, overperforming, and we're going into more of a feminine approach of how we get things done, how we attract things into our life. We're unlearned. We're Okay, we are evolving our whole construct of how we understood reality and how to go about our lives and how we go about creating the lives we deserve. However, in that process, how is activation and actions being reimagined and reinvented? You know, just sitting with myself. It's like I'm willing to let go of the way colonialism, capitalism, insecurity, education taught me about actions and activation and getting my goals done and ambition and achievement. I'm willing to let that go and all the habits, all the energy around that for me to reimagine a new way. But even in that process of reimagining this new, true, organic, natural way of life, I will not use that to bypass action. Action is the manifesting physical energy of what I am already doing in the spirit, mental, emotional, vocal realm. Does that make sense? So when I sat there being sincere with myself, and this is my journal, y'all, okay? One of them. Enjoyment, clarity, and activation. I can feel that is certainly the themes that are coming up for me when I got sincere with my communion with myself the other night. And then the last one was spiritual love life. So I guess I did share all of them with y'all. Okay. Spiritual love life, my spiritual love life, my spiritual love life. What do I mean by that? I have so much to say about that. Spiritual love life, what I mean by that is there's something about us that really loves a love story. Yes, Anna. Anna, you already know what I'm about to say. When it comes to entertainment, pay attention to music, movies, podcasts. So much of the content, so much of the art is under the context of the love story. We love a love story, even if it's full of drama, okay? We love some of the love stories we've lived. We hate some of the love stories we've lived. We've learned from a lot of the love stories we've experienced. And so, when I say spiritual love life, I'm talking about fulfilling the appetite to live the love story. What is the love story? It is the communing connection with life. We know our bodies, we know our physical entity is is filled with cellular data. We have skin cells, we have cells that make up our organ, we have cells that make up our organs, we have cells that make up our blood, we have cells that make up our entire body. Which means that we are a communication center. What are we communicating with? We're not only communicating with the cellular data of our bodies, but we're set up to be a center of input and output. And so my spiritual love life is about being in communication, being in concert with the divine love story between my humanity and divinity. Let me break that down just a little bit more. My humanity awakening to the divine intelligence in the universe, the universal laws. You know what I mean? Absolutely, Sierra. The spiritual love life, it's to see how much you are being listened to by the great all. Could you imagine you saying, "Oh, how I would love a basket of flowers with a gift certificate to the farmer's market or to that, and I would love to get some fabric from there," and then like the next day it's at your front door. You don't know who got it for you. Being in the concert, being with that love life, like really to experiment how much you are loved by the unseen world and how it's all connected with you. And so my spiritual love life right now has so much to do with exploring how deeply I'm connected with the laws of the universe, how deeply I'm connected to myself, how deeply I'm connected with the energetic architecture, the vibrational architecture of all of life. You know what I mean? So, why am I saying all of this? Because the full moon brought up that it was, I won't say it's time, but it felt true for me to be that much open to my sincerity with my relationship with my timeline right now. And on my timeline during this full moon came up was my rhythm for engagement with my community, my financial stewardship, my relationship with financial stewardship, my temple nourishment, my devotion to that temple nourishment. 4, enjoyment, clarity, and activate. That was one thing. And my spiritual love life. You guys can kind of see it right here. I wrote it down here. I wrote enjoyment, clarity, and activate as one sentence. I mean, one, you know. And then the last one was spiritual love life. So, if anything you all do that I, encourage you all to do, is just get sincere with yourself and see where you're at in your relationship. You know, when you're with that person, you're with your lover, and you're like, "Hey, can we talk?" Kind of a thing. It's like, "Hey, can we talk? Self, how you doing? Where we at? What's happening? What do we need to clean? What do we need to remove? What do we need to let go? How can we be more and aware? How can I be more awareness of how you need me?" No, you do not have to have Instagram to be a part of Patreon. The link is in the description of this video, and then you can go to my website, TonijonesW.com. So, yeah, it's like We're really here to be a part of the most romantic love story ever in history. And that is the one with ourself. And the thing about it, it's not this hyper individualism conscious message of self-love. It's not about that. It's being able to go within so you can see how vast your connection is with everything and everyone from the past, present, and future. Yes. Okay. So I'm going to get out of here. I appreciate you guys tapping in. I didn't know Sunday afternoon lives on YouTube goes in. Self-love cleanse Sunday. Get real, honest, and open with yourself. Yes, be honest. We hate a lying lover. Like, don't lie to me. Don't lie. You know what I mean? So it's the same thing with yourself. Don't lie to yourself. Okay? You welcome, you welcome, you welcome. What else do I want to say to you all? Join the Patreon. Listen to affirmation music. I'm on TikTok. I'm doing 100 days affirmation journey and how I'm talking to myself. I am on the 26th day today. Yesterday was the 25th. So if you guys are on TikTok, tap into that, because basically I'm recording like no more than 3 minutes of how I'm talking to myself in real time. So, and it's very interesting for me to watch it, because from day 1 to all the way up to day 26 is like I change the way I'm talking to myself every day, you know? So, all right, y'all, enjoy the rest of your Sunday, and I hope this landed for you all. All right, happy full moon. Peace.